And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. This show has an AL East matchup. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. We get to see one of the hottest teams in baseball today, Singy.
Yeah, they continue to find ways to win, and I don't see that streak coming to an end today, but that's why they play the game.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll. Today's starting pitcher, Kyle Gibson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Trent Grisham, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Swing and a miss. That is strike two. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one outside. Yeah, the count 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. Now the throw to first on the run. On the money. Nice play. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. And in an era with a lot of strikeouts, they are right on trend, Chris. A lot of swing and miss in this lineup, and they come in with more strikeouts than any other team in the league right now.
Well, clearly they're looking to connect and hit the ball a long way, but at some point you've got to shorten up, and you'd like to see hitters do it, especially when they're having a hard time scoring runs. With two strikes, maybe spread out a little bit, choke up the bat, and just try to put the ball in play. There's a good chance that you'll find a hole and maybe get something going that way.
Aaron Judge now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Ball, that's inside.
Judge working through some struggles lately. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting third.
Two down, base is empty. Ben Rice digs in now.
Too much swing and miss in his at-bats recently, averaging 2 whiffs per game in his last 10.
Swinging a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on.
Ball one.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 out, space is empty. And that one hammered way back there. And it's off the wall, but foul.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And now it's 3-2.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And there's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Swings through that one out in front that time. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, right to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
That's ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. Mullins moving back for it. Nabs it, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Orioles due up in the 1st, no score. Back here in Baltimore, getting the nod in this one, Carlos Rodon. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man. Not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous. Sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Tap foul at the plate. Rodon, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Line drive. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. 1 up, 1 down. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. Getting guys across the plate, not exactly a forte for them this year, as their offense is in the bottom 3rd of the league in runs scored.
Boog, it becomes extremely frustrating, and then what happens is guys press, especially in run scoring opportunities and situations. And on top of that, I mean, you really make it harder on your pitcher. He feels like he's got to be perfect to go out there and win a ball game, or at least to put the team in a position to win a ball game. So they've got to figure out a way to relax, get those runners across when they have them on, and especially when they're in scoring position.
And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Urias leads off first with 1 away. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
The pitch. And now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. That one blasted deep to right. Judge going back on it. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the 2nd game of the series. Next offering upstairs. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Stretches out and hauls it in. And the Orioles leave 1. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Cody Bellinger. Gibson back to work. Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first. And Bellinger is out.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting seventh, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Squirts away a little bit.
0-1's the count.
There's a swing and a miss. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
And that one gets past the catcher. Chisholm into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Runner at second here, one gone. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Digging in, Austin Wells. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
No score here in the second.
Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Oswaldo Cabrera now at the plate. 1 for 4 in Sunday's game. That's in there. That's strike one. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. And there's a ball.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one ripped. And that's a base hit. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now here's Trent Grisham. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Grisham, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. And Eric Summersgill punches him out. That's a strikeout. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles nothing. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Judge hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Batting 6, right fielder,
Laureano comes up to hit.
He really needs to start making more contact. Striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Late on that fastball.
0-2 is the count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 1 out, bases empty. This to third, Cabrera. Handles, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 7, left
2 outs, bases empty. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Dylan Carlson. First pitch just misses. There's the strike at the knees. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Fights it off. He'll see another. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air, left field. Bellinger makes the catch, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game.
Make a move.
Back now at Oriole Park. Now the number 2 hitter, Aaron Judge. And the first offering is not close. And there's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the designated
and now
hitter,
Ben Rice worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. The pick behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
Judge gets his lead at first. Nobody out. On the ground, 2 ball. Here's Mateo for 1, and that's 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Paul Goldschmidt.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Yanks held in check. They're up 2-0. back here in Baltimore. Jorge Mateo now.
Second baseman, Jorge Mateo.
And that one fouled off. Rodon ready. The 0-2 on the way. And that's in the dirt.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Maverick Handley, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right through there for a strike.
Ball, that's just out.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And it is gone. He nails one out to right. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That could be one of those swings that really help spark this offense. He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting a tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
And now it's going to be Ramon Urias. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
Aye.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the 3rd. On the ground. Throws to first. That ends the frame. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Bellinger.
And that is out of play.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And a foul ball. That one not close. And that's ball 1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Ripped to right. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm
Next
Jr.
to hit, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that misses. 1-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Not even close there. Ball 2. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. In the air, left field. Carlson settles underneath it. Brings it in, and that'll do it.
Go. Go get it. Ain't nobody gonna wait for you.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, and into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Fastball for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
High fly ball down the left field line. Bellinger sizing this one up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. He's 0 for 1.
Mountcastle.
On the ground to Jazz. Over to Goldie. Oh. And they get the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan
O'Hearn comes up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And a base hit right there. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Laureano batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Volpe. They get the force. Inning over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Gibson back to work. That one's in there. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And that one missing low. And there's a foul ball. That just misses. 2-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So digging in, Oswaldo Cabrera singled and drove in a run his first time through. Foul ball there. Swing and a foul straight back. Liner snagged at first. Race to the bag, but he's safe. Good job to avoid the double play.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Swung on, belted. Mullins raging back towards the wall. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here is Aaron Judge. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Judge in his 9th season, 32 years old, and he's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league. Swing and a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, the designated
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout
right.
now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. That'll be it for Kyle Gibson, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Gregory Soto takes over on the mound.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
First and second, 2 outs. Ben Rice, the next to hit. Hit in the air, left field. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. Yanks strand a pair. They lead it 2-1. Bottom of the inning. Now here is Dylan Carlson.
Dylan Carlson.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a foul out of play. And ball 1.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That's ball 2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Stays alive. Ground ball right side. He steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
And stepping in is the speedy Jorge Mateo. Splits the plate. It's 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Handley in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That's inside.
Nope, that's inside.
There's a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, and our score remains 2-1. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6, and here's the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Just missed. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Keegan Aiken is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Baker getting cranked up as well. And
Ball
another
two.
ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
That's to third, but it kicks foul. Next offering misses, and that's ball 3. That's out to center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting.
Bellinger
left
up to
fielder,
hit.
Cody
One
Bellinger.
home run shy of 200 for his career. That clips the corner. Bellinger with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
It's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
That one fouled off. Bellinger stands at first with one out. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a miss. Go to second. Out.
I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was over at first base. Catcher doesn't throw very well either, but for whatever reasons, things came together, and they got the out at second. Really impressive job, I'd say.
And the next pitch is way outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the
Center
league.
fielder, Cedric Mullins.
First pitch, and he just misses. Right through there for a strike. That's in there. 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
That one down the line, and that's just foul.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Nope.
That one a little bit high, and that's ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Fly ball down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in towards you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on playing with it. He hit that one pretty well.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Both 2 in this one. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. On the ground to second, might be two. Good feed, that's one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Ryan Mountcastle.
On the ground to third. Fair ball. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Ryan O'Hearn will hit next. That's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
High fly ball out towards left center. Bellinger sizing it up, squeezes it, and that ends the inning. Orioles strand a couple. They're down 2-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Keegan Aiken.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Well, 1-run game, and now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Here's a 1-1.
2-1.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Mullins makes the grab, 1 away. And next for New York, Austin Wells.
Catcher, Austin Wells.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a foul ball. Out to short, Henderson. Throws to first in time, and 2 away now.
Now batting.
So 2 down now, and here is
Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera. Glove side, but it gets through. Two outs, runner at first. Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a ball popped in the air. He makes the grab, and that is that. The Yanks lead 1, but they still lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for
We're
New
back
York.
in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the 7th.
71.
Ian Hamilton.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Laureano swings through it for strike one.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Outside low, and the count is 1-2. And down on strikes he goes, and one out now.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
This is Dylan Carlson. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2. Good job to fight that one off.
That's a ball.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Mateo in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 outs. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, still 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on.
Mateo runs.
Ball 1, no
pitch
strike.
Inside. Saved in second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle.
Runner goes again on the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yennier Cano.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Well, 1-run game. Here comes Aaron Judge. This guy with light tower power. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone. Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Cano, a 6'4" righty, 31 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen, Sir Anthony Dominguez. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Baker also getting ready. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. 0 for 3 in this one. Fought off foul. Rice over at first with one away. A changeup missing. Ball one.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One, two now. So Goldie strikes out here.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowering away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
And here comes Bellinger.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
That one missed.
Counts 1-0.
Off the mark there. And now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
2 outs. There's a strike. 2-1 now.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Outside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. waiting to hit for the Yankees. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Hit in the air, center field. Mullins settles under it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. 1 left for the Yankees as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Now pitching for
Back
New York.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tyler Matzik.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So back to the top of the order. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. He's already homered here in this one. Slider for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Just missed.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Next one is off the plate. Now 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. He goes down looking.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Urias in the box now. Takes strike one. That one hammered but pulled foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Holding on to a one-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. Good eye right there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, and no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And now Gunnar Henderson, and that is in for a strike. 0-1. To third, and it goes just foul.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
Next pitch is outside. Set down on strikes. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Orioles held in check there, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Felix Bautista. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 3.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And that's off the inside edge, and it's 1-0. Swings through that.
1-1.
Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
I'll see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Bautista, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Wells at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
as a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side in the ninth. So they go quietly there. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Devin Williams.
And Boog, the offense needs to be ready for the screwball. It's not a pitch you see very often, so it's tough to pick up, and it's a good one.
Well, one-run game, and now the DH, Ryan Mountcastle. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And fouled off. One-run game, bottom 9. Got him swinging.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. And a count 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Inside, and that's ball 2. A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's Ramon Laureano. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He's under it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits, and now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now, and that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things. Make sure the clubhouse is giving you the same good food it's been giving you all along, and you can keep this win streak going.